Yeah. Come in just a little more. Yeah. Like that. Okay.
Do this.
Thank you, baby.
What's up, folks?
Hey, kids.
I'm Mun.
I'm Ray.
And welcome back to the channel.
Welcome to our channel. Today
Yes.
we are going to. My husband showed me a meme, or whatever, about a movie that came out some time ago, and I'm sure that all of you have heard of it. Late 90s. I'm sure that all of you have heard of it. It's called The Best Man.
What?
Go ahead.
Before we get into it, please like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah, that.
Thank you.
Yes, please subscribe, share it, tell a friend, tell 28 friends. Yeah, get with us, stick with us, because we got you covered. We do relationship things, relationship conversations.
Yes, we cover all spectrums of life. Period.
Yeah. So, we're not experts. We're not even experts on us.
Nope.
But we're growing through it. So we just want to share what we know and what we can. So if you have any suggestions, please hit us up in that comment section.
Yes, indeed.
So go ahead, baby. The meme.
Okay. The meme was from the movie The Best Man.
Mm-hmm.
And the caption read, "Now that you're grown up, who was wrong?"
Now it's a picture of
Lance Morris Chestnut. Um, what's his name?
Taye Diggs
Taye Diggs as Harpo, or
and,
Harp. Sorry.
and Monica Calhoun.
Monica Calhoun as Mia.
Yeah.
Okay. Give you the names again. Lance Morris Chestnut, Harp, Taye Diggs, Monica Calhoun,
Mia.
And it's pretty much the caption was, "Now that you're grown up,
Mm-hmm.
who was wrong?"
Right.
My wife said Mia.
I think that Mia and Harper were wrong. Now, in case you haven't seen the movie,
I'm not going to believe you haven't seen the movie, please.
but there are some who may not have.
They're not, babe. I'm sorry. They're not you.
The two guys were best friends from what?
College.
From college. Just best friends.
Yeah, Lance and Hart were best friends from college. Lance was
A player.
a football player, and Harp was a newspaper editor for the college newspaper.
Yeah.
And Mia, she worked on the newspaper along with Harp.
She was a good girl.
She was so-called a virgin. She really didn't get into any kind of situations or what have you. She was just pretty much straight focused. Mm-hmm. And she wasn't the typical young lady that was following Lance in his football career. She wasn't, right. Oh my God, you're Lance. No, she was very, very focused, and she wasn't no kind of
groupie.
She wasn't a groupie.
Mm-hmm.
So
he liked that. He liked that about it. That was something different to him.
Yeah, but he wanted to be the first one to hit that because she was, quote unquote, a virgin.
Another notch on his belt.
Yeah, but all of a sudden he fell in love, but he cheated the whole entire relationship in college.
Mm-hmm.
And if you I know you've seen the movie. If you haven't, pretty much you'll see him go back and forth with her, crying and ask for forgiveness and
mm-hmm.
what have you. But one night, Harp and Mia got it on.
Got it all the way on.
Yes. Now, they kept it away from Lance.
Mm-hmm.
But Harp wrote a book and dedicated the book to Lance and Mia.
Because by this time, They are engaged and literally the wedding is planned,
They're about to be
and
married.
we are in the bachelorette
Yeah.
and bachelor party stages
Yeah.
of this relationship.
Now, I understand Lance is now pro. He's a pro football player for the New York New York Giants. I'm sorry. Everyone, Hart is about to release the book, and pretty much before they get married, of course, they have the time when all the people get together, the bachelors, they put all the best men, best men and groomsmen, they all get together, and so now here we are, days before the wedding, and boom,
He gives him the first copy
of
of the book
Yeah.
for him to read.
Okay, but understand this. He tried to hide it. Hart tried to hide that he banged Mia by making all the characters different names. Also, the one that was in Lance made him a basketball player outside of being a football player. Like he really put that in there.
Right. So he didn't put too much thought in it.
Yeah.
The only thing he did was change the name and the names and the profession. The story is exactly the same.
So-
And I'm guessing that he gave him the book
No, the book-
as a gesture,
Yeah,
but
no.
figured that he wasn't really going to have time
No, the
to
book-
read it.
wasn't supposed to be released. What happened was people started getting copies of the book. They got that one copy and it started floating around to everyone.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, bam, it landed in Lance's hands. And Hart was he was trying his best to keep Lance from reading that book until after they became married. Now,
Thinking
he
that
would-
by
he-
then
it's too late.
yeah.
And pretty much he tried his best to hide it, but it didn't work. So this is what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna let my wife. She says Mia is wrong.
I say that Mia, who was the fiance, and Harper, the one who wrote the book, so the best man and the fiance, they had sex or whatever years ago in college while the boyfriend Lance was doing his thing. This was one of the many times that he was doing this thing, and she got frustrated and fed up and went to talk to the best friend for whatever reason, and they got it on. Now, the meme says, now that we're adults, who was wrong? I think that it was Mia and Harper because they didn't disclose that to him. My husband explained to me a different way, and I understand what he's saying. But initially, I would think that if you come to me, if my husband, now husband, if we were affianced and he told me that he slept with a best friend of mine, a best friend of mine, I would be devastated. Not so much with him, but with this best friend. Because at this point, he and I are supposed to be best friends. You should be. I think so. That if you are affianced and you get to that point where you're about to be married, I would think that you would consider your spouse to be your best friend. Now, some people may not feel that way. But for me, if I found out later, after a book is done and everything, I would be upset. Because why didn't you tell me this? That's omitting information. And in my opinion, important information. Because you slept with my best friend. Like, why would you not think that was important? I could see if you and I broke up and we didn't deal with each other anymore. But we are starting our lives together. And so the way I saw it was that they were both wrong. Because if they love this dude so much, him because that's his best friend, and her because they're getting married, why wasn't this information disclosed? When you omit information, you're making a decision on that person's behalf that they might not be able to handle, or they can't handle what you're telling them. You have to give people credit and a reason to handle their own, handle the way they want to handle things. But I think that they were both wrong. And now my husband's going to explain it. And when he explains what he said, his reasoning for it, Don't come at me for backpedaling because, like I said, when he explained it, I now understand it. So, shut up. Okay, go ahead, baby.
Before I answer that, I think it started recording.
Hmm?
I think the phone started recording.
You think so? Let me check.
Yeah.
We're at 10 minutes.
Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to tell you who I think is wrong, and I'm going to tell you right now. Lance,
The football player.
football player, was wrong. Mia, Hart, no. Lance. That's right, I said it.
Why?
Because you're going to allow Lance to do all he was doing to this young lady, cheating on her over and over and over again. Karma don't give a damn who who it is. It's like we're trying to have certain rules and regulations and lines you don't cross. No, the line you don't cross is the girl that you said that you're in love with, and you sitting there saying you're gonna be only to her, and you sitting there cheating on her, dogging her out. You're messing it all up because she had no intentions of being with Harp. Not one. No intention whatsoever. Until, you know what? I take this man back, he does it again. I take this man back, he does it again. No matter how many times I take him back, he's doing it again. So guess what? The only way he's going to have to see how the hurt feel, I got to have my own indiscretion. And who do I do it with? That's right, I'm going to deal with his best man. Do it with his best friend. Now, is Hart wrong? No. Hart feels responsible. Let me tell you why. Because Hart introduced her to Lance. Mm-hmm. So if he don't want to treat her right, I'm going to handle my business. And I'm going to tell you something. Watching that movie, look at it again. Best man. Hart not only made love to Mia, he did it well. If you remember in the movie, when he brought Hart to the house and Mia was upstairs,
and when she was coming down the steps,
let me tell you something. That look said it all.
Them eyes was batting.
She was like this. Hart handling his business. See, it's bad enough that you slept with her. But he slept with her well. That's a big difference.
He couldn't do it to it fluid.
He gave her the dick. But I'm serious. He gave her the D. I'm telling you. And if you go back to the movie, look at the actual dinner, the rehearsal dinner, when she makes a little speech with her man, with Lance right beside her. She is talking about Harp. Her eyes and everything is going back to that night. She ain't forgot about it. Mm-hmm. So, who was wrong? Lance. He set all that up himself. All that is Lance's fault. Had Lance never cheated on her, she would never got with Hart. Hart would have never done anything with Mia. Man, it would be no need to have even a movie.
Like at the poker table.
Yeah, it's like my man, like the dude, Terrence Howard was saying.
That was funny.
That man was saying, look, how you know she ain't been with nobody else? How you know this? Cause man, her curd in my dick, nigga. Said, oh really? And all that swerve, all that you've been doing, all that cheating you be doing, you don't think she should get a swerve on at least once?
She'd be well within her rights.
She'd be well within her rights. And let me tell you something. Watch Harp. He ain't looked up from his cards.
Exactly.
Dude, there's a whole conversation.
Because he's like, hold up.
Dude, hey, can you let it go? But see, the sad part is that Harp, not only did he sleep with Mia, well, he also put it in a book and dedicated the book to Lance.
When you write a
Mia.
book, that's like putting stuff on the internet, and the internet is forever.
Yes.
Now, if your best friend is writing a book,
come on now,
you're definitely going to keep that. You're going to cherish that.
Yes.
That's your homie. That's your boy.
And you dedicated the book to him. Come on, man. But you gotta watch. Look at the movie again. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I blame Lance, and it's all his fault. It is all his fault. Now, a long time ago when I saw it, I said, "How you getting mad at your man over something he did years ago?"
And everybody has moved on.
Everybody's adults now. Everybody had careers and stuff. Now you getting upset about something that happened years ago? Come on, man, stop tripping. Because if you watch Best Man 2, that was what the white boy said when they was playing pool. Yeah, he was like, "How you getting mad at something that happened in college? That's over. We're adults now." But I'm going to say it, go back again. It was all on Lance. Mia, frustrated. I've tried everything to make this man understand that he's hurting me. And he continued to hurt her. And what gets me, he kept going to God. That's the funny part. He grabbed the Bible.
I think
and
I
want to
understand
pray
that.
on it.
I understand that. I can speak on that.
But I'm going to sit here and say, when you start doing stuff like that, you're not a believer in the faith. You're just using Christianity as a way of, I could backslide. As long as I accept Jesus Christ in my heart, I'm all right.
I can't accept that. Only because I can literally speak on that.
All right.
Because when you and I got together, I struggled with that.
I get
it. It's all in how you feel. And you can have conflicting feelings. You're going to lean one way or another.
Okay.
And at times they will be opposite sides.
But this man in the movie, this dude kept going to God.
I get it.
Kept going to God.
I get it.
That's why I'm sorry.
And he'll forgive you a million times.
I'm sorry. I mean, I remember some time ago, I was doing an open mic. And this dude went before me. And he spoke about giving your life up to God. He said, would you rather have someone chop your arm off with a dull knife or a razor sharp saw? He said you would have someone chop your arm off with a razor sharp saw. Why? Because it's done. Now, if you take a dull knife, you cutting for days. You cutting for days. He says, so when you give your life up to God, you're supposed to give your life up to God. And once you do that, at that point in time, that old life that you had no longer exists. Now,
and that's the theory.
Yeah, and so my thing is this. He continued to always go to the Bible. Forgive me, God. Forgive me. At some time, you're using that as a crutch. I get what you're saying. You have personal, you have a personal story with that. I understand. So do I. But I'm saying in the movie, this dude continued to cheat on this woman.
But you got to understand this. You got to understand this. That's the only crutch that will hold you up. If you are a believer, that doesn't mean you don't do bad things anymore. That means that you know when to snap out of it and come back.
But see, that's the thing about it. How many times do you have to do this thing before you realize?
He will forgive you 1,000,000 times if you do 1,000,000 things. That's the thing. Humans don't.
All right.
God does.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say, and we ain't even getting all religious. What I'm gonna say is this. Once again, Lance was wrong, and he got what he deserved. Because one thing about God that I've seen,
it's karma, baby.
Karma. He put you on some situations. Now, you want to forgive him? You gonna forgive? You gonna let it go? So, Lance, I'm sorry. You're a Bama for that. Seriously. Mia, dude, stay away from my wife. That's all I'm saying.
You ain't gotta worry about that.
That's all I'm saying. Because when you look at that movie again, look at Mia. How when she see Tay Diggs. Oh my God, she's like this.
Yeah, watch the movie and get back with us. Like, what? See, I've never seen the second one.
Oh.
I've never seen the second one, so I guess I got homework to do.
Hey man,
Cause
you need
is
to
it
watch.
any different than?
It's totally different.
Okay.
Cause the second one,
She died, right?
she's
Something like
dying.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But let me tell you again, the first one.
Yeah.
Look how she is on this dude.
Terrence Howard.
I would have
that
known.
part.
I would have known off back. Hold up, what's going on? Cause you don't look at me like that. I'm supposed to be your husband.
Right.
I'm about to be your husband.
Right. Like, are you serious?
I'm serious. The way he walked through the door, she's like this.
Like,
No.
oh.
Hey, look, man. That's our time, man.
We thank you for yours.
We thank you so much. Hey, man. Check out the best man, man. Hey.
Yeah, check it out.
I ask you all.
Get back to us and
Yeah, let me know how you feel. Am I right, wrong? She right, wrong? Talk to me. But I'm just saying.
who do you feel is wrong?
Watch the innuendos. Watch the movie again. Oh my goodness. Watch it from beginning to end. Every time you see Nia, stop it.
Mm-hmm. And look at that face.
Look at the face. And when she's looking at Tay Diggs. Look at the face.
Because she looks at her husband or her husband to be in a loving manner too. Yeah. But not a lusting manner like she does with Harper.
Like I said, she saw Tay Diggs and then she said,
Y'all, we out of here. We ain't got time for this no more.
Peace. Peace and love.
Who are you, babe?
I'm Mud.
And I'm Ray. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.